Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Louisiana Homestead. In case y'all wondering about what I'm doing today, I'm cooking a chicken gravy and I'm gonna serve that gravy over some white rice. And I'm also cooking some cabbage, just kind of steaming it. So I want to show y'all what that looks like. First, I cut up my chicken and I browned it, as you can see here. I had this is a lot of chicken breast here, but it's also got a drumstick in here and a thigh and a wing, so it's a little variety. In this pot I'm browning up some onions and peppers and celery, and I'll just brown that up until it's nice and translucent. Basically, I'm going to put a little salt on it to help it saute quicker. In this pot I have my cooked cabbage. I just cut it up, seasoned it, put a little oil and a little water in the pot, cooked it for a little while on about medium heat. When I say a little while, probably about 15 minutes. I think I'm going to do some potatoes with that too. I'm going to go get some potatoes and I'm going to cut them up. I'm going to boil them a little while. Then I'm going to drain the water off of them when they're like almost done, and I'm going to season them, and then I'm going to put them in the oven and roast them a little while, and I think that's going to keep them moist. I think I'm going to put a little oil on them. I think that's going to keep them moist. That's going to do the trick, I believe. It's going to make a good roasted potato. So I'm definitely looking forward to that, okay? I'm about to go get my potatoes, y'all. Y'all can't do everything with me now. Alright, I'm going to take y'all with me. I got my BCs on. I call that my birth controls, because when my husband was in the military, they would issue these glasses to him if they needed prescription glasses. And they had these big, ugly, big frames on them like this. And they would joke and call them birth BCs because, you know, like birth controls. Nobody would want to be with them wearing them ugly glasses. But anyway, I guess that's uncalled for. I ought to not say stuff like that. But anyway, I got my BCs on and I'm going to get some potatoes. And I thought I would take y'all with me because it looked like y'all want to come with me everywhere I go now. So maybe we'll see Festus in the yard somewhere or something like that. Alright, let's go get them potatoes. Look, there's Festus. I knew he was going to be out here. Look at him. I don't know if y'all can see him. Oh, Festus. There he is. See him front and center. All cutie pied up. Where you going, Festus? The people want to talk to you, boy. You see how he called them hens? They all went to go see if there was something to eat. Oh, they got their own little language now. Alright, let's get back to getting them taters. Now, my husband grew these potatoes last year, and we live in Louisiana. A lot of people say you can't keep that unless you got a basement. You can't keep that all year. Well, that's not true. We keep them in the shed. Going in the shed, y'all. See that? You can keep those old taters. They are starting to sprout a little bit, but that's all right. They still good potatoes, and we're gonna eat them just like that. Just knock them sprouts off of them, and we're gonna roll with it, people. You can eat them. Ain't gonna hurt nothing. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. So don't be stressing and tripping out. Okay, that is cooked enough. Oop, fogged y'all up. Okay, so we got our water in there. And I'm gonna turn my fire back on high. I'm just gonna make sure nothing's sticking down there before I add my chicken in. Look at me stirring all loud with that iron spoon. I went and bought some plastic spoons just so I wouldn't do that to y'all, and I'm still stirring with that. Now look, I got the plastic. Is that better? Okay. Now we're cooking with Crisco like Mama used to say. Okay. Good deal. A lot more quiet, that's for sure. And now I can add my chicken in there. Just like that. Okay. And I want to cover that. Now we got that chicken covered up. Just how I likes it. Alright, we got a nice pretty brown gravy because I took my time and I browned that chicken, y'all. That ain't just some old raw, unbrowned chicken in there. I browned it. That's why that gravy is that color. I did not add anything to make it that color. It's just from browning the chicken. And of course I did brown the onions and the peppers a little bit. But this brown is mostly coming from browning the chicken, y'all. Alright, I'm going to let that come up to a boil. Alright, y'all, I'm going to let that come up to a boil. And then I'll reduce the heat, cover it, and let it cook for about, I guess I'll let it cook for about 30 minutes and then I'll come back and check it. So, I'll bring y'all with me too. Keep y'all along for the ride today. Now I'm going to show y'all what I did with them potatoes with all them sprouts on them. I broke all the sprouts off of them. Put them in the sink. I washed them real good. Washed the dirt off of them. Because when you grow your own potatoes and you keep them all year, you store them with the dirt on them. That's what helps them to keep longer. You don't wash them before you store them. So I washed the dirt off of them, and they do sprout because they're not sprayed with all kind of chemicals to keep them from sprouting for a long time like the ones you get at the grocery store probably are. And we as Americans, we done got spoiled. We go to that grocery store and we get them sacks of potatoes and they so pretty, they not sprouted at all. And well, they do something to those vegetables to make them last long on the shelf, people. If you grow them yourself and you keep them all year, because you can't grow them all year, potatoes around here, or maybe somewhere else, but you grow that in its season, and then you store it, and you store it for as long as you can. Find a way to keep it as long as you can. For us, we in Louisiana, y'all, this past summer got like 120 degrees for days. It was so hot. It was maybe 110 degrees, but it was like crazy hot. We never had a summer like this that I can remember. And it was like that for over a month. I mean, everything around here. I wish I was taping then. Y'all could have seen the poor chickens. I had to keep them water everywhere in the yard, and they would drink it. They would drink it, let me tell you. So anyway, we was lucky that we was able to grow anything. And we did grow some potatoes, and we did save them. And I cleaned them up. Darn, phone's ringing now. Hold on. Darn it. Okay, so these look pretty good. This is what they look like once they are washed and the sprouts are off of them. That's some of the sprouts off of them, just to show you that they did have a little size to them. But I'm going to peel these up, and they're probably all fine. Probably even this little shrunk one is okay. I'm going to peel them and get them cut up and ready to boil like I was saying. Here's my potatoes all peeled up. Even the little crinkly one, I peeled him too. And it's just fine. It is a little soft, you see that? But it is not rotten at all. This is what it's like, y'all, to have when you grow your own potatoes. That's what it's like when you grow your own potatoes. You might get some sprouts, you might have some dirt, you might have some soft potatoes, and some of them will rot on you and you have to throw them out. They get bad spots on them. You want to get them out of there so that they don't rot the other potatoes, of course. And anything that you get rid of, you can throw it to your chickens, let them eat it. That'll cut back on your feed bill. That's why we grow all those collards and mustards and turnips. We can't eat all that. We have been eating that every day. But there is so much of it out there, and it's so easy to grow that the chickens are eating a lot of it too. And it's saving on our feed bill tremendously. I don't know if y'all looked at the price of feed lately, but you can go and look back at one of my last videos that says inside of a feed meal. And it has a price list of all the feeds and what they cost. And they're not cheap at all. So if you can supplement your animals in any way, you need to do that. Right? We got to save money. Times are hard, y'all. You got to do whatever you can to stretch your dollar. And us, we try to eat as much as we can, not buying stuff at the store. But yet, we still buy a lot of stuff at the store. But like my potatoes, I used to buy potatoes every week. I would buy a 10-pound bag of potatoes probably almost every week, and we would eat them. We eat a lot of potatoes. We like them. But since we started growing our own potatoes and storing them, I haven't bought any potatoes at the store at all. So we're not getting the chemicals that would come from the potatoes we get at the store, and we're saving that money. I'm not having to go drive to the store to buy a bag of potatoes. And they're good, they're delicious. There's absolutely nothing wrong with them at all. I'm gonna try to boil these up. Like I told y'all, I'm gonna cut them up, kind of dice them, chunk them, basically not diced. Chunk them up and boil them. So let's do that now. Okay, let's check on our chicken gravy, see how it's doing, and I'll show y'all how my potatoes diced up. Chicken gravy's doing good. It's not sticking. It's boiling like I want it to. I want to add a little more water to it. As long as my gravy is cooking and boiling until it's done, I want to keep that water level above the chicken. So I'm going to add a little more water to it right now. That's pretty good. Make sure it's all stirred together, all the ingredients cooked evenly. Okay, that's pretty good. Satisfied with that. Over in this pot, I have my diced potatoes. Let me see if I can find a plastic spoon to stir that with. Okay. See, they're beautiful. Now that they're all peeled and cleaned and everything, they look just like the ones you would get from the store that you're used to seeing. All pretty pied up. I'm going to add a little salt into this water so that the salt can go into the potatoes. Potatoes take a lot of salt. I mean, you don't want to over salt them and go crazy, but potatoes do take more salt than, say, broccoli or something like that would. So I've added some salt into the boiling water, and that way it can penetrate into these potatoes. And then I'll taste them after they're boiled before I season them with my other seasonings when I bake them. But y'all see all that too, so just hang with me, all right? Okay, I drained my potatoes, put about 2 tablespoons of avocado oil on them. You can use any kind of oil or butter you have. I added a little extra salt to them. You remember I did boil them with a little salt in the water. And they still needed a little salt, so I added a little bit of salt to them, not much. And some pepper, and I used red pepper, black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, and tasted it. You know, you just season it to how you like it. And now I'm gonna put it in this little loaf pan that I have oiled up because I don't want them to stick. I'm gonna put them into my little oven here. I have it set at 350, and I'm gonna bake them for about 30 minutes covered with foil, and I'm gonna test them and see if they're done. They'll probably be done, but we're gonna test them and see. So come along. This was cooked down for about an hour and a half. I seasoned it with salt and pepper, red pepper, black pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. Tasted it. I'm satisfied with it. I'm satisfied with the tenderness of the meat. You can tell when it breaks like that with a spoon that it is plenty tender. You don't need to cook it any more than that. So that is our chicken and gravy. This is our rice. Some white rice that I cooked in this little... Okay, this is a little aroma rice pot. You can cook white rice or brown rice, and it does good for either one. You can probably cook other stuff in it too. I only use it for rice myself, but it never boils over. I never have that boiled over rice on my cabinets since I got this one, and it makes some really good brown rice. If you have a hard time cooking brown rice, you might want to try this little pot. It has a little thing on the side. It catches the water and the steam that would normally end up all over your cabinet. And it's very easy to just remove it and dump it out. As you can see, it has a little water in it right now because I just cooked some rice. So that's that. I think our potato... Oh yeah, they're plenty done. They're plenty soft enough. They're done. I think our potatoes are almost done.
Hey, y'all still got some of them potatoes? Hey, y'all still got some of them potatoes?
I sure did have a lot of fun with y'all today, and I can't wait to do it again. I hope you'll subscribe to our channel. It's completely free to you, and it does help us. Thanks for watching. Until our next adventure, remember, you can't go wrong doing what's right. Isn't that pretty? It looks like a rose. Look, those ice spikes on there. I don't know if you can see that. Got a good layer of frost on these turnip greens. I mean, the sun's hitting it just perfect, too, where you can really see it good. I hope y'all can hear the little birds out here. It's so neat.